What's good, you guys? So we are back in the Whipski. Normally, I don't film 2 days in a row, but today is an exceptional day, or I guess this week is an exceptional week. So we're filming 2 days in a row. This video is not going to come out though until Wednesday. But basically, the topic of today is why nobody is going to believe you until you succeed, and why you need to understand that, you know. And I'm not gonna. Okay, let me. I need to start throwing disclaimers. Okay, I'm not an expert in any capacity in any of the topics that I'm speaking about. I'm not an expert by any means, but I have ideas and I have a little bit of experience. You know, just like what I'm kind of going through right now. So I feel like I can provide a valuable opinion, you know what I mean? That's the whole point of this. So, nobody's gonna believe you until you succeed. And that specifically goes for anything that's out of the traditional pathways of life. So, like, you're either, if you're not going to college or trade school, or just like anything that's seen as a good job, or like something that is gonna, you know, like something that your parents would want you to do, basically. Anything that's not that, nobody's gonna believe in you, bro. Like, nobody's gonna believe you. I think I've talked about this before in my other videos, but I wanted to dedicate this video to that. Nobody is gonna believe you, and I'm currently experiencing this right now, because basically I'm going to college. I already applied to college. I applied for financial aid yesterday with my sister and her husband, and you know, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited, you know. I'm happy to be going to college, not necessarily because I like going to school. I mean, nobody really likes going to school, but I think I'm trying to be optimistic, and I'm looking at the positive side of going to college. And there are a lot of positives. Like, you get to build the social connection, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm kind of lacking that. I don't really go out and do shit much. But also, you know, I can genuinely learn some valuable stuff if I'm taking the right classes, which I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to take classes that actually are going to contribute to what I want to do, which is this. Not exactly this, but like, I want to do everything YouTube, bro. I just want to not like live and breathe YouTube, but like, I want to make YouTube videos about everything I enjoy doing. And I'm not at that point yet, but I'm doing like a good amount of the things I enjoy doing. This channel is just like me talking about life, you know what I mean? And I enjoy doing that. But I also get to talk about my physique and stuff like that. So I definitely want to dive more into that. But yeah, no, I'm trying to look for the positives and the benefits, and there are a lot of positives to me going to college. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm also getting to live rent-free, which was what my last video was about. I'm going to be able to live rent-free as long as I'm going to school, which is like, yeah, I'm fine with that, you know. I'm not gonna half-ass school, you know. I'm gonna actually try. I'm gonna do good in school, because I'm able to do good in school, and I'm gonna work towards like a career in school. But in the back of my mind, I know that the whole time I'm doing this, I know that I have a greater purpose that I want to achieve, and it doesn't necessarily require me to go to school at all. So it's like, I'm going to school because there's a lot of benefits, okay? There's a lot of things that are, like, mainly me moving in with my sister, that is going to be the biggest benefit. I can literally lock in so hard, but I can lock in so hard on my YouTube and stuff, and just life in general, but I also am going to have to go to school. Like, I have no choice. I have to go to school. But I'm trying to find, you know, I found like the best option, the most versatile option that will allow me to kind of like, if I got to change my mind, it'll let me, you know, make that choice to change my mind. And if I it also does not require like an insane amount of hours, like class hours. So that's the idea. But I feel like I'm kind of going off topic. The topic is nobody's gonna believe in you, bro. When I was discussing this, like when we were talking about what I wanted to do, I created like a very simple plan, and I actually didn't really like think too hard about it. And I guess they weren't really satisfied at first, so we had to kind of do our own research to figure out like exactly what I was gonna do, or like which degree. I mean, I already knew which degree I wanted to do. They just like were kind of like, I don't know, because I did bring up YouTube. I said I wanted to do YouTube in the future, or like not in the future. I wanted to continue doing YouTube, and I think they're like, yeah, that's cool. Like you can do that, but you need to have a career path lined up. And I'm like, okay. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I have, but like I'm not really gonna. It's not gonna. There's no like clear career path. Like you're never gonna want to do the same exact job that you decided when you first go to school. You're never gonna want to, like, it's always gonna change. So like I don't really know why they kind of expected. I don't know what they're expecting, but we got to figure it out. I think we got it resolved. I think they're satisfied. But yeah, every time I would bring up YouTube, I'm like, okay, well, I don't have a specific job exactly like that I'm imagining for this career path, but I know it'll assist me in YouTube. And they're like, they kind of didn't like that. They didn't like that I wanted to use my college education to assist in my YouTube. And I mean, that's really like, I guess that's not really the point of going to college. If you're going to college, then you're probably not doing it for YouTube. But for me, I was just trying to relate it to my YouTube because I actually enjoy doing this a lot, and they just didn't really seem satisfied with it. And it was kind of hurting my soul, man. It was kind of okay. I did not realize, but I ran out of goddamn camera space again, bro. I always be running out of space, dude. Okay. I don't know where it ended off. I didn't really notice because I'm driving, but yeah, I was trying to like connect my career path to YouTube, and I was like, oh, I think it'll help me do this in YouTube, but I didn't like give them a specific career, which wasn't good enough, you know what I mean? So I had to specify. I had to be more specific, and we ended up like getting to a resolution. They were satisfied, but they just kept on like shitting on my idea of doing YouTube. You know what I mean? Like they're like, and I understand. I mean, they don't. People just don't know. They just don't know how possible it is. And especially people who never believed in themselves. Like, I'm not saying this in a disrespectful way. I really like feel bad that anyone who never believed in themselves is gonna have the same feelings towards your dreams that they had towards theirs. Like, you can just tell, bro, if you have a dream and then somebody like is like denies it and just doesn't see it as like reasonable, then they're gonna like, then you can immediately tell that sorry, I was trying to get over, dude. This guy's being a chud, dude. Let me over, dude. Freaking chuds. Okay. But you can like immediately tell when somebody, is dissatisfied with their own like dreams and passions, like how they did not believe in themselves. They're dissatisfied with their own lives, and they did not believe in their own dreams. And that's why they're so quick to put off your dreams. And that's just kind of the unfortunate reality. Even your loved ones, your friends, like people you really like, if they have dreams that they did not ever commit, like either attempt or even like not commit to, then it's gonna show, and they're not gonna believe in you. They're not gonna believe in you just as much as they did not believe in themselves. So you gotta understand that when somebody believes in you, Like, you gotta just, like, find the right people to talk to about these dreams. If you talk to somebody and they don't believe in you, and they just dismiss your passions or your dreams, then just don't talk to that person about that specific thing. Like, especially if they're your family member and you have to be around them. Like I have to be around. I'm gonna move in with these people, so like I have to be around them. But it kind of sucks because I have to, like, anytime I talk about a career, I have to talk about whatever I'm going to college for. Like, that's all I can talk about, which is super, like, it's unfortunate, but that's the only thing I can really talk about. And if I talk about YouTube, it's not gonna be like, what's it called? Like, they're not gonna agree with it. They're gonna dismiss it until it becomes successful and I'm making a living off of it. Because to most people, like, to most people who care about you, the most important thing for them is if you're actually making money. And I mean, that's understandable too. I understand that, because, like, you need money to live a good life. So, like, that's not wrong for thinking that. But at the same time, like damn, bro, like, sometimes it seems like it's the only thing people care about, sometimes. And it's really hard to tell sometimes, and it's easy to like think that somebody is just, like, had to lock in real quick. It's easy to think that somebody just, like, doesn't care about you, or doesn't care about what you want, whenever, like, whatever you're trying to do doesn't make money, because they're gonna dismiss it, and they want you to do, most people just want you to do something that makes a lot of money. Oh, that's a bee scoop poop. That's a dog scoop, a pet waste management. I've never seen a business like that. That's interesting. It's a W business. But yeah, what was I saying? Shit, I don't know. I'm getting off topic. Yeah, man. A lot of it has to do with money, though. And I keep on reinforcing this idea that anytime somebody, like, dismisses your dreams, you can't hold it against them. Like, if they're your own family members, like, if there's somebody who cares about you, you can never, like, what is the word I'm trying to think of? Like, don't look at them in a negative light because they want you to live a good life. Like, don't ever do that. Don't ever. It's hard because you want to. I mean, you're like, damn, bro, these people really don't care about what I want. And that's how I felt like. I feel that way sometimes. I still kind of feel that way, but you just got to be like, damn, well, these people, you got to look on the bright side, bro. You got to be like, these people care about me. So even if they don't believe in me, they want a good life for me. And the only thing you can really do is just keep on believing in yourself. So, to circle back to the main idea, nobody's going to believe you. The only way for you to succeed in your own passions and dreams is if you believe in yourself. Nobody's going to believe in you. Like, you're not going to put in the work and continue doing what you need to do if somebody else is believing in you. If you're living off of somebody else's beliefs and opinions, that's not going to get you anywhere, bro. You have to believe in yourself. Your sense of self-belief has to be so strong that anybody else's opinions cannot shatter that shit, It cannot be shattered by the opinions of others, even your closest family members. Even if you have to hide, even if you have to pretend, like me, you have to pretend that you're actually, like, invested in this thing. Even though, like, I am invested, I'm just, like, deep down I know that, like, this is not for me. I'm still gonna make it happen, I'm gonna do what's necessary. I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna live rent free, and I'm gonna be in an environment where I can, I can grow my YouTube channels without having to stress so much. I'm taking the advantage of the opportunity of a lifetime. So yeah, nobody's gonna believe in me, bro. They're gonna, like, my family, like, the only person who actually believes in me, I genuinely think believes in me, is my mom. But my mom doesn't really believe in herself either, so it's hard to say that, like, I think, because she's my mom, she's gonna believe in me no matter what. But not everyone's mothers believe in them. My mom does, though. My mom has always believed in me, which is great to know that there's somebody who actually believes in me, even though she is my mother and she just like kind of babies me a little bit when it comes to that stuff. But I think she does genuinely believe in me, and that's nice to know. But yeah, what's more important is your belief in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, then it's not gonna work, man. It's really not. Like, you're not gonna get to where you want to be. You cannot rely on external factors to reach your internal goals. You know what I mean? Your internal passions and dreams. And I honestly, like, I use it as fuel. Like, I don't, like, I'm not trying to be, like, egotistical, but, like, whenever they say that, like, in the back of my head, I just think, I'm like, damn, they really don't believe in me. Like, as I was, like, talking to them, I was like, damn, they really just don't believe in me. I'm gonna, that's fine. I'm gonna keep on doing this until it works. And then whenever they believe in me, it's gonna be so rewarding. Like, I don't want to think of it as like I'm gonna prove them wrong, but like that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna prove them wrong, but like that's not my whole motivation. It's not my motivation for doing this, but it's like, it is a motivation. It's a motivating factor. You don't have to. You can have like motivating factors that like contribute, but like it can't be like your only motivation. Like proving somebody wrong, then you're not doing it for yourself. But it can like assist. It can add to the motivation of me doing YouTube, and being successful. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe in yourself, though. Like, it really is hard to believe in yourself when nobody else believes in you. But that's the first step, man. That is the first step. That's the hardest part, but it's the most important part, actually believing in yourself. So, like, just believe in yourself, man. Just believe in yourself, dude. That's all you can do. All you can do is believe in yourself. If you can make that happen, bro, if you can become so quote unquote delusional, which I think there are some levels of delusion, but I don't think any dreams are delusional unless it's like, certain things you could say are delusional, but I think anything you believe in. Why is it so fucking cold in here, bro? Holy shit, I'm like freezing in here. But anything that you genuinely believe in, you need to be delusional to an extent, or at least not delusional to yourself, but you're gonna appear delusional to other people. Like, no matter what, if you actually want to do something, if you want to make something happen, you're gonna appear to be delusional to other people, and that's just the cruel reality of it. And it's something that I'm starting to realize. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but this is what I've been putting together, like trying to pursue YouTube. Like, people just don't believe you, bro. They just don't, and that's fine. I use that as fuel. You gotta use it as fuel. Be like, damn, nobody believes in me. That's okay, because I believe in myself. I believe in myself more than anyone could ever believe in me. And I also believe that, that I'm trying to implement faith into it too. I'm not like, I haven't been practicing religion for very long, but I know that in terms of faith, if you believe in God, you, like, as long as you believe in God, then you don't have to have, like, nobody has to believe in God, or nobody has to believe in you because you believe in God so strongly that you believe so strongly that God has your path figured out for you, that anyone else's beliefs are not gonna stop you from believing in the Lord, you know? But I was kind of just, I didn't want to go too deep into religion. You know, I'm not an expert at that by any means, or I'm not even very informed, so I just wanted to throw that in there. But I just want to give another perspective from the religion perspective. But yeah, man, that was a pretty good yap session. I'm about to get a good workout in. I gotta kind of hurry up, but yeah, I'm gonna see y'all. Peace.